G'day, welcome to Roy's Racing, the channel for mediocre sim racers everywhere. Today we're going to kick off a series where I take a car mod for RFactor2 or Assetto Corsa and see how fast I can make it go around my test track. Seeing as this is the very first video, I think I'd better first introduce you to the track. It's 6.2 kilometers long, it's about 3.9 miles for those of you who prefer the old style measurements. It's got 23 corners, goes in an anti-clockwise direction. It's got 174 meters of elevation changes and grades as steep as 1 in 6. And I am, of course, referring to Mount Panorama, Bathurst. Now, the reason I've chosen this track, A, because it's my favourite racetrack in all of the world, B, some bright spark's gone and done the same mod for both Assetto Corsa and for RFactor2. So that means that I can run mods for either game on essentially the same track. So it's been laser scanned, somebody's ported it to both games in the same configuration. So that's what I'm going to do. Now the first car that I've chosen, it goes right back to the 1970s, and let's introduce you to it, and then we'll do a quick lap of the track. I'll describe the track, tell you what all the corners are, and then we'll see how fast we can make the car go around. So let's check it out. And here it is. Orange Chrysler Dealer Team Charger as run by Leo Gagan in Bathurst at about 1971 or 72. I'm not sure exactly which year. We're talking 365 cubic inches or 4.3 litres, 302 brake horsepower rocket, getting somewhere north of 200 kilometres an hour at the end of Conrod Straight. This thing is a beast. It's a beautiful, beautiful old car, and it comes around when I was born. So, that's why I thought, let's do that, and then we will see where we go. So let's do this first. Let's get out on the track. We'll do a quick tour, and then we'll see how fast we can go. Here we are, sitting in pit garage number 1. So right up the end of pit straight, and we're about to come out and turn left, as our guy out there is trying to do. So off we go. I love the sound of this motor in this mod. I don't know if this is what a real Charger sounds like, but I love the mod. Over to our right there is Hell Corner, which is the first corner on the track, and it's called that because it was absolute hell and carnage when the track was first built. There was even a tree stump sitting in the corner that the drivers had to try and avoid. So where we're going at the moment is we're heading up Mountain Straight. We're not really going flat out, but we're still cruising along. So we're going over this hump in Mountain Straight. When the supercars go over there, the cars get really, really light, and they actually have to feather the throttle because they can lose traction. So we're braking now into what they call Griffin's Bend. Way a bit sideways there. Hang on. There we go. We got him straightened out. Righto. So yeah, that's called Griffin's Bend. And then now we're basically doing our long climb up the mountain here. So we're about to go through a double left-hander, which gets really, really tight. They call this the cutting for obvious reasons. It was actually cut into the side of the mountain. And then we come over here. You actually short shift a little bit going over this bit because there's a little bit of a hump just there. And then we start going right around here. We're heading up towards Solomon Park. We go over here, keep it over to the left, there's Solomon Park to our right, and then we're coming down into this sort of sweeping left-hander. There's a grate just there as you see it on the side of the road. Some people call that Froggy Hollow, don't know why, doesn't make much sense to me. So over to our right there, we've just gone through Reed Park, and now we've got McPhillamy Park, and we're coming up towards Skyline, which is called that for obvious reasons. All you can see is sky before you brake hard, come down here into the S's. And it's really hard because the car gets really light as you go over Skyline, and then you've got to brake and try and slow it down as you go through the dipper back there. And then we're heading down towards Forest Elbow. It was called that because there was a fellow by the name of Forrest riding a motorbike around this track. He stacked it on this corner and absolutely smashed his elbow, and then came back the next day to race. So that's how tough they make them here in Australia. So this is the world famous Conrod Straight. The supercars go down here doing, 300 kilometres an hour or just over. I think we're probably doing just over 200 as we come down over this crest, and we head towards the right-hander into what's called the Chase. It was first added to the track in 1987 because the cars were going too fast down Conrod, and it was hard to get them to stop as they went into Murray's, which is the last corner of the track. Okay, nearly lost it there. Anyway, so we're heading down. That was the Chase. It was called Caltex Chase originally, sponsorship back in the day, but Caltex no longer sponsors it, so it's just called the Chase. And now we're coming into the last corner of the track, which is called Murray's Corner, because named after a bloke by the name of Murray who stacked it. Bit of a theme on this track. Corners get named after places or after people that stack it on this track. So that's pit straight. We're coming up to Hill Corner and we're going to do another lap of the track. So, okay then, let's cut now to what is the fastest lap I did when I was practicing with this car, and you'll see how well I did. Righto, let's go. And Murray's final corner onto pit straight, full noise, up into second, third and fourth gears. Let's rock and roll. 2 minutes 41, we could do better than that. That last lap was sloppy as. Okay, let's throw it into Hill Corner here. Wave to the bloke on the right there. Okay then, rocking on up the mountain straight. Flat out, still going, so we're up into, probably getting into fourth gear now, and we're cruising along, and we're coming over this hump in the straight. It really is one of those few places on the track that you get to have a breather as you're coming up Mountain Straight and down Conrod. Okay then, we'll see that driveway on the left. That's where we're going to be using as our braking marker. Coming into Griffins, throwing it in there. Oh, that's nice. Oh, just keeping it steady. Yeah, we're going up there. Cruising up now towards the cutting, over to the right-hand side, staying in third gear, and then dropping back down to second, braking hard for this left-hander. Coming up here. Let it drift out to the right there, but not too far because we've got a right-hand corner coming here. Okay, then cruising across the top of the mountain, over past the BP Ultimate sign. Oh, a little bit of a lose there, but we've managed to catch it. We're still going. Okay, then heading over through Solomon Park there, going down towards the Metal Grate at Foggy Hollow, and then back up here into Reed Park, yes. Coming up towards McPhillamy. It's a blind corner there. You just got to trust that the car's going to go. And we're going to ease over to the right. Oh no, we're off onto the grass using every bit of the track there. Managed to catch it. Coming up through Skyline. Braking now. Trying to catch it. Coming down through the S's. Oh, yes. Great driving here, Roy. Great driving. Okay, through the dipper. Oh, a bit sideways there, but we've managed to catch it. We're cruising along now. Heading down towards Forest Elbow, keeping it over to the right. Oh, bit of opposite lock there. Braking hard down to second gear, keeping it nice and smooth. We don't want to go chucking it sideways there. We lost it there on a couple of our practice laps, and now it's just flat out down Conrod. We can have a bit of a breather as we go under the Amarok sign there. Oh, hang on, we're a bit sloppy down the straight here. Every bump just knocks this thing around. We're 1970s technology. She's sloppy and she floats all over the place. Coming up towards the chase now, over to the left, using that little bit of extra track there, just kiss the curb, and then coming flat out, braking hard, back down to second gear, try and get it round there. Oh yes, got it in, bit of opposite lock, let the thing drift out to the right, keep it coming around the right-hander, under the Liquimolly sign, still going flat out, we're up into fourth gear, and then braking hard now, down into the second gear, left-hand corner at Murray's there, and we're going to get across the line here. Now this track mod's got things a bit different because the finish line's actually under the bridge there, but we've crossed the line and we've done ourselves a 2 minutes 36.76. That I will live with. And as you can see here, there's the proof up on the screen with my racing name, Iron Seagull, up on the screen there, 2 minutes 36.7. Now, look, if you like this mod, I'll give a link to it down in the description below of where you can go and download it. It's a great mod, and the guys there have got all sorts of things that you can get hold of. So, yeah, download it, enjoy it, and hopefully we'll catch you for our next race.